Hey, how's everybody doing? Hopefully everybody doing okay. Uh y'all heard the noise in the background? That's these people here. They out there cutting the hedges and stuff like that. If you hear them in the background, okay? Mm, Cam. Okay. I know it's early in the morning. It's very, very early in the morning. Some of y'all are still in the bed sleep, so don't worry about it. I'm gonna go ahead and talk. It's about giving in the right heart. Meaning I should have probably said the right spirit, but giving in the right heart. Even when you help somebody and they have achieved a financial goal and you help them out, do it with the right heart. If they feel that, hey, Kay, good morning, Kay Bridgman, how you doing? And how's the Bridgman family? Um, I want y'all to understand that when you give with the right heart, God blesses you. He know your heart. That don't mean you give somebody and to despise them. That's backwards. I'm gonna give you this, but I don't like you. Well, God works in all kinds of ways of giving. Now, you want a job and you talk to God and God said that job is yours. You go up there and you apply for an application. And then you call to check on your application. And sometimes the man to get mad or woman to get mad, whoever hires, say, okay, look, you've been coming up here. I don't know. I'm gonna go ahead and give you a chance. I'm gonna go give you a chance because you calling me and it's getting on my nerve. God works in all ways. You end up with that job. Okay. Now, when somebody does it, they supposed to have the right heart, the right mind, the right love to give to you. If they do you that way, don't you do them that way. When you give unconditionally. Give to your heart. Give. Show love when you give. Okay? Sometimes when you give, it's good to teach and say, hey, I'm gonna give you this, but it's better when you get your own. It is better. It's a lot better. You need help in learning how to get your own? I will. Somebody say, hey, here's a fishing pole. Here's a fish. Which one you want? Now, the average person may say, hey, man, let me get that fish because I'm hungry. But then another person say, give me that pole. I go fish and get my own. It's good to learn how to get your own. It's good to know how to fix your own. And I never forget this. I never forget how God is really blessing some people right now. Now he reigned on the just as well as the unjust. You may say, well, they don't go to church. How come they got more money and they live in the fine life? You don't know what they're going through. You don't know what they had to go through to get that. Sometimes you get into a certain group of rich people, and some of them don't want you to spend money out your own account. Don't make sense, do it? But that's another story. But learn to love, learn to give. And I know some things I've said I even had to take back when I said, don't you give donation. But when you give donation, give from the heart. But if that person get beside themselves, sometimes God can tell you, no, don't give it to them. Leave them alone. Because some folks get beside themselves when they get stuff. They get a new car, get a smack brand new job, they get a new home. They get beside themselves. You got to stay humble. Look at Jesus. Look at Esau. I'm just trying to get y'all to understand. Look at Noah. Moses. You got to learn to love. You got to learn to give. The more you give, they said the more he gives to you. Because I never forget, and I'm sorry, I'm not looking at chat. The lady, it was one lady I heard talk said it. Man, I gave somebody clothes. Every time I look up, God giving me stuff. Oh, people give me food. Not only that, somebody gave me a car. Somebody gave me some money. Somebody gave, you know, I got so much stuff. Sometimes I give it away and give. It's like a back and forth. She gives from her heart. Now, y'all may think I'm joking, but sometimes the enemy can give you something. You said, well, the devil ain't trying. No, I'm gonna show you why I said what I said. It was like it may not have nothing to do with it, but I think I told the testimony. Somebody had a testimony about on YouTube. The man said, God gonna do it. God gonna do it. I ain't got no food. Ain't got no food in my house. God did it. God gonna. I ain't got no food. Lord, I need food. You praying, Lord, I need food. I ain't got no food. Lord, help me, Lord. It says some atheist man heard it and bought all that food and put it in the cabinet. And when he said the atheist man told him, no, I did it. God ain't no God. I did it. I paid for it. And he looked at him. He looked at the camera. He said, God, I told y'all, God gonna do it. God did it. God did it. You see what I'm saying? Even the people that can despise you can help you. It may sound, they may do it to hurt you, but God do it to help you. You know, the look, put it like this. The devil meant it for bad. God meant it for good. Okay? Yes, yes. Always give from the heart. Oh, hey, Nolan. Hey, Jungle, what's up? Oh, Jungle, hey. I'm sorry, y'all. Let me see. Ooh, wait, let's see. All good in the hood. Good morning, Uncle Eric and Kay. All right, all right. Exactly. That's right. Yeah. A few fish is better than one fish. Right, right, Kay. It's called getting the big head, Eric. Oh yeah, that's what it is. That is what it is. Some people get the big head. Some people do that. Now I'm gonna tell you something. Some people, like I told you, everybody know people like drama, so they'll come in packed like sardines. But all you got to do is keep talking about positivity and let God grow your channel. Let God do it. Okay. Sometimes you got something to say, speak it out. You don't know who God got listening to you. Speak it out. Okay. Tell the truth, speak it out. God is wonderful. God is magnificent. Okay. A lot of times, church people, we can mess up too. Sometimes we can get a little high and mighty and don't realize, hey, wait a minute now, you said the wrong thing. You shouldn't do this, you shouldn't do that. And you're right. You're right. You're absolutely right. And some people know more about the church than you. Look, a lot of people that's not in the church can tell you more about what goes on in the church. The problem is they won't even go and demonstrate it. Okay? Okay, they won't even go out there and say, okay, I'm gonna demonstrate. They don't demonstrate. No, they don't demonstrate. Oh, yes, yes, yes. But speak it into existence. Right, right. Oh, Jungle. Woo, Jungle, don't get me started crying. Come on, Jungle. Amen. You got to. And then you got to believe it. You got to believe it. And I said something about people and about their job. They need to get a job. If I can do it, they need to do it too. No, I don't want to put nobody down. No. And I do apologize if I offended anybody. But you got to understand, you got a health, you got 2 legs, arms. You should be able to get up and walk and do something. That's all I'm saying. I'm not trying to hurt nobody. I want people to be able to pray for one another. You don't know Kay Bridgman? Sometimes you have to write down. Look, I'm gonna tell you, even with me, starting today, tell you what, write down names of your enemies, write down names of your friends, write down names of your associates, and you pray for them. And don't fight them. When they get to talking crazy to you in another chat, just back up and don't say nothing. Be quiet. God got help on the way. Don't say nothing. They want you to say something. And one thing, Jungle, Kay, and Nolan, when y'all decide to come up on y'all platforms, if you say something, you ain't got to put a name on nobody. You speak things. You tell them what's being done. A lot of times, even what I would say Tupac, let me use him for example. When he did his rap, when I wasn't into Tupac, and I didn't mean to get off the subject, but when I never listened and watched Tupac, but I watched his Tupac Resurrection. And when I saw it, it made me change things a whole way and listen to what he was saying. He was reporting, letting folks know what the cops did. He didn't call them by name, but he was letting them know what the cops did. He would let them know the situation. He said, how can people be starving? Y'all got game shows, sweepstakes, but we got people out here starving. And sometimes when you help people and feed people, then you ask them, what happened to you? And they tell you their story. You say, okay, well, you can get this job right, get your bath washed. You can get your job right here. Imagine, okay, just imagine a vice president of a bank or a president of a bank. And they used to make it living in fancy houses, eating fancy food. Think about it. They got their wife. Imagine if they was out there on the street. They'd be devastated because they wouldn't know how to handle the struggle. When they had the was it the COVID? They were laying off people, and this woman put it in the, if I'm not mistaken, I think it was on either YouTube, no, or was it in the newspaper? And the woman said that her husband was a vice president of a corporation, and they made big money. They had everything, and for some reason they had to sell a house. He lost his job. They had to downsize, so that means he lost his job. They had to sell a house. They had to sell their cars, and I had to go and work, and it just devastated him. He didn't know what to do. He just went into depression. He didn't know. Now he didn't kill himself or nothing like that, but he didn't know what to do. He just never experienced what the poor people had to struggle. Because if we lose and we already know what to do. Y'all get you some bologna sandwiches. Hey, somebody get them a job at what's it called? Making minimum wage. Now, I found out something too about that minimum wage. It's $15 an hour, but they don't have to pay it. You gotta have at least, if you have 100 employees or more, they gotta pay that $15 an hour. It's kind of sad, but hey, some folks getting away with it, but it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So we have to make do with what we can right now. Some of us are on Social Security. We can't make too much, or we lose the Social Security. There's always a trick to something. There's always a back door. That's why I said you got to stay prayed up, because only God can bring you up out of situation. He already know people's hearts. He already know their hearts. He can make the rich pay the poor, because God have a way of taking money from the rich. He have a way of doing it. But remember, he reigned on the just as well as the unjust. You got to get right with him. Let's see, Jungle. Hold up. Let me go back. Speaking to the existing. Okay, that's when you take a chair. My father, a pastor, my mom used to go, but she have her own belief. Me too. Okay. God is in us. It's all about your personal relationship with him. No man or woman in church can tell me anything. Most churches evil. That's just my opinion and experience. Oh, believe me, I don't have to write my enemies' names down. You say you don't have to. Well, you don't have to. That's your choice. That's your choice. But they need prayer too. You know. Oh, the devil will smile right in your face and will give you things too. Yeah, he will. He will. Mm-hmm. And do that to bring you down. I did this for him. I did this so you can boast and brag. And sometimes you be like, I tell you what, if you want to, you can have it back. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. Because, like I said, I still do me. That's why I was saying on the gift, okay? If somebody going to give you something, and they want to act a fool about it, hey, you know, you can get it back here to you. Or you ask them, what is it for? Thank you. Okay, what's this for? Are there any strings? No, no, no. Okay. Mm-hmm. That's what they say. Here's today, gone tomorrow. Right, right. Mm-hmm. Right, darling. Right, right. That's just the way life is. Look at Job and saw good testimony. Right, right. Amen. Amen. Because Job held on no matter what. And the men I forgot who the men was. I had to go back and read it. But they were saying, what did you do to God? You sinned and everything. They said that to Job. Like it's almost putting him down. God told them, what did God tell him? In so many words, what God tell him? If you want anything, you go to Job, and Job will talk to me, and then I grant it to you. But you go to Job first. Because they sit there and try to pray to God, he ain't hearing them. So you go to Job. See, God knows what to do. It's in the obedience. It's in the obedience. Yes, yes, yes. But I just wanted to come on here, y'all, just that quick and say, just remember what I said, you know. Do it with the right heart. You know, you go on a job, even though the job is pretty much bad, don't don't really talk bad about the job. Just let people, you know, sometimes you have to tell them, well, you have to really find out for yourself. So they can't say, well, you've been talking bad about the job now. Mm-mm. If you turn around and go on the pros and cons of the company you work for, the people on there is really telling you, and they're not leaving the name, which is good. They telling you about yourself. You wonder, well, why are people constantly quitting? Look at what you paying. Look at you. Some of these companies, y'all have meetings with supervisors, okay? But you don't have meetings with the small people to tell you about your company because they out there doing the work. They the one that's struggling. They the one that putting their hands on the boxes. They're the ones that's riding the forklifts. They can tell somebody if a company is taking care of you. Look at the small people. Sometimes you can drive, Kay, you can drive along a company and you look at the parking lot. You look some nice car. Ooh, wait, somebody drive a nice car. You can just about tell, oh, they must be paying real good. But then when you look at the lot, say, man, look at that man car. Ooh, look, oh, sometime now. But you got to go to the company and see what it's about. You got your Amazon, you got what? You got big giants, you got Target, Walmart, Kroger's. You got these companies. You got big restaurants. Ask the employees, the small people. They don't want to have a meeting with them. Have a meeting with them and let them ask you questions. Or the company, ask them questions and they can tell you why. But the people way up there, they don't care. They just looking at their profit. They looking at their money. That's all they looking at. Highest productivity. That's what they looking at. Speed it up. That's all. So y'all take care of yourselves. I'm gonna get off of here. I apologize if I disrespect you. And okay, Sakina, you have a good day. You welcome over here. Everybody love is over here. All right, then, y'all take care.